Good morning, YouTubies. Welcome to Steve-O's World. Here at the park, fixing to do my hike. Yeah. Brand new year, spring is here, guys. Spring is here. God bless it. The bees are doing great. Sold, what did I sell? 14 so far this year. 5-frame nukes. I hope to sell another 10, 12 maybe. Tuesday we're going to go in. Decaf coffee. Got to wake up, guys. Got away from the high test coffee. I noticed it was jacking blood pressure. I don't need jack blood pressure. Not at my 74 years of age. I don't want it, no. Checked it this morning. I was 119 over 65. 119 over 65 with a 65 pulse. That's where you want to be, guys. And how did I get there? How does that happen? Okay. I got friends dropping dead all around me because they're not paying attention. Okay, they're getting cancer and this and that. They're not paying attention. Miss Daisy lost another one of her girlfriends. Not paying attention. No. To nature. You have to listen to nature, guys. Listen to the body. Listen to nature. Yeah, we are nature, and we have to listen to it. Don't listen to your government. Your government is flipping crazy right now. Can you believe the stuff that's going on, guys? Can you believe it? The treasonous. I mean, treasonous. Let's face it. What they're doing is treason. And if I, back in my military days, was doing even a quarter of the stuff they're pulling right now, I would have been put against a wall and shot. Okay? Shot for treason. Okay? I can't believe what's happening. But anyway, let's not raise our blood pressure. Let's talk about the cool things we're going to do this year. I'm going to change it up a little bit. Steve-O is doing 0 carbs. 0 carbs, okay? And you follow along with Steve-O. We'll see how he goes. 0 carbs. You don't need all this fruit and stuff. I saw they're just wearing me out on TV with this balance of something. I don't know what it is. They're selling bottles of pills, okay? Another scam, just one scam after the other. And you got to get Hollywood involved to help them sell this stuff and this and that. Some of the pills are green, they're made with veggies, and then we have another one over here, this pink bottle. That's made with dehydrated fruits. Yeah, that's all wonderful. What a flippin' joke, guys. These guys are gobbling up these pills. I have no clue what it costs. I don't even want to know. Don't even want to know. It's totally ridiculous. Totally ridiculous. You don't need it. You need for me personally, guys, you do what you want to do, but I've done lots of self-experimentation. Yeah, Steve-O's your guinea pig, okay? And what makes me function very nicely is, no cancer either. I've just had another cancer check. You know, I had that prostate removed. And I actually think I think I had, they said you could have been carrying that for years. That prostate stuff is a slow kill. But if you keep pumping sugar to it, it's going to be a fast kill, and it ain't pretty. I had an uncle check out with that, and they said he died curled up crying in a fetal position. Okay? What a great way to go there, eh? Anyway, yeah, no carbs, no sugar, no alcohol. That's what Steve-O's got. No alcohol. I'll go out to dinner with you. I'll even go to a bar with you as long as we're not smoking in there. I'm not sucking up that exhaust fumes either. Yeah. So that's going to be Steve-O's game plan for this year, 23. 0 carbs. All right. What do I do? What did I have for breakfast, you ask? Steve-O, what did you have for breakfast this morning? I had, and I do just about every day, bacon and eggs. I cook up a big pot of bacon. I do it in a pot too. I don't know if you've seen my videos where I do it in a pot. You can need a thick bottom pot for this. Big soup kettle. It's yay big around and this tall. And I crank it up on, I load it up. I do 3 pounds at a time, 3 pounds at a time. I put it on a cutting board and slice right down through the package of the bacon, open it up, and then I take those 2 halves and I peel off. You have to thaw the bacon, of course, and you peel off and throw it all in the pot. 3 pounds. Put it on the stove, turn it on high, and wait till it starts to, I hear a sizzle down there. When I hear a sizzle, I back it off to maybe a high medium in there, and I've got a long spoon, metal spoon. It's got holes in it, in the spoon, so I can drain the liquid, and it's got a big honking rubber heat resistant handle on it. And that's how I cook my bacon. It takes a half hour. Okay, set yourself up for a half an hour in this deal. I take a long steak plate and I put 3 sheets of paper towel on it, and you got to stay with it. Now, don't sit there and walk away from this. You got to stay with it, because it'll start sticking to the bottom. So you just keep scraping the bottom, keep it going, and just start going down, and start liquefying, get down, and pretty soon the fat, you're actually cooking the bacon in its own fat, and it bubbles up over top of it. And you keep an eye on it. And you just, until you get everything nice brown. When it looks nice and brown, don't burn it. Do not burn it. Yeah. Oh, we got the horse people here today. Dog people here today. Wow, this is a busy place. It's Saturday. Everybody's getting in the woods. That's good. Good to see it. Anyway, yeah, that's the way I do my bacon. So I had bacon and eggs this morning. I have 3 eggs over medium and a pile of bacon. I stay satiated, guys, with that right on to noon. And then I'll eat at noon, roughly 11:30, 12, I'll eat 1.5 pounds, usually pound and a half of steak. Now, it'd be a ribeye or a top sirloin, whatever's on sale. I just get whatever's on sale. And with all the fat on it, you eat the entire thing. You don't trim the fat like the doctors tell you to do. Another lie that my doctor told me. He also told me to cut back on your salt. Another lie my doctor told me. No, for seasoning, I don't get nuts with it. I use salt and pepper. And the salt I use is Redmond sea salt. All right? That's it. If I get need the munchies in the afternoon, I get big bags of walnuts. Now, that's the other thing, too. I used to get all this other stuff. It was just too carby, like the cashews and all that. Just too flippin' carby. No, go with pecans, and those are ridiculously high. I've noticed that the walnuts are a decent price. So now I do walnuts. Yeah. Look at here, guys. We got a whole bunch of riders. 1 guy and 3 girls. Wow. He's got it going on, guys. He's got 3 girls. Yeah. That's what old Steve-O's going to do this year. No sugar, no booze. Like I said, I'll go out to dinner with you. You can eat. Now, if I go to a restaurant, I may have some broccoli, because you got to have these sides. What do you serve? You want salad? You want, what are your sides? You want a baked potato? You want all this carby? No, just a steak, and I want it medium, and maybe some broccoli. That's it. No vegetable oils are going to be in this body at all. None. If I have any oils, it will be a real olive oil, extra virgin olive oil, but I don't even need that. I just need bacon grease or butter, real butter, salted butter, by the way. Yeah. I feel friggin' great, guys. And you know what? All this stuff everybody's doing with the booze and the cannabis and all of it to get that little buzz and get high on life, you know? You know what Steve-O gets high on? Life. Feeling good. Feeling good. Okay? So sick and tired. I had to turn it around, guys, at 45 years of age. We've talked about this. Of the aches and pains, I was dying, for God's sake. Dying. I asked the man, please help me. I need help. And he helped me. He started sending me down the path. And I listened to real doctors, guys. These are real doctors, not the guy, your normal primary care physician. No, he's Big Pharma. Big Pharma is a friggin' scam and a joke. And now we're finding out, which I had a gut feeling with all along, that all this COVID shots and stuff like that, there was another scam. People making our government involved, Big Pharma involved, and all these clowns involved in getting rich. Yeah, shutting down schools and demanding that you take a shot. I did take that shot. And I wasn't going to take the shot at all. I got a buddy of mine. He's doing fine. He's had COVID. He went through it. I've known quite a few people. I got two buddies, actually, that went through COVID, and they're fine. They have natural immunity now. Oh, Steve-O's got a bunch of junk in his body. And I'm pretty sure I got COVID. I never tested myself. It was a nasty one, guys. It was nasty. It was actually 2 weeks getting over that. Coughing. Oh man, coughing out lungers like you wouldn't believe, but I finally worked my way through it just by doing natural things. And so yeah, it's absolutely crazy what's going on. I listen to a few doctors. Let's see, there's Dr. Sarah Salvador. She's basically a chiropractor. Dr. Ken Berry. He's a primary care physician, or was. Anthony Chafee, check him out. Check out the physique on that guy. Check out Sean Baker. Check out the physique on that dude. And guess what they are, guys? They're carnivores. All four of these people, doctors, are carnivores. Listen to their story. Might turn your life around. If you've got aches and pains, all these primary guys, oh, what do you got today? Well, I got a sore throat. Okay, I got to send you to a specialist over here. Oh, my joints ache. You know, don't put food in your body that will help repair those joints. No, I've got a buddy over here, and they're like attorneys, guys. They get kickbacks. If you refer, you have to have a referral now to get to your specialist. This is a joint guy over here. He's a good buddy of mine. We hunt and fish together, yeah. He'll put in some artificial knees for you and hip replacement. And then I got a spine guy. Oh, your back hurts. No kidding. Okay, I got a spine guy over here. Yeah, he'll get in there and make a little 1-inch incision and get in there and tweak that. Well, Doc, I'm really hurting. I've got a carpal tunnel syndrome and plantar fasciitis. Oh, I got a foot guy over here, and I've got a hand surgeon over here. What they don't tell you is that cholesterol medication that they're pumping in you caused both of those issues. Plus the junk food you're eating, that's sugar and you're eating, is poison. That white stuff, guys, is poison. It's not even considered a food. It's not even in a food thing. Oh, here's the greatest thing the government's doing now, and they're all tied in with who? Big Ag, Big Pharma, yeah, and they're saying the food pyramid now, Fruit Loops and Cheerios. I saw that on Jesse the other day, Jesse Waters' show the other day. Yes, Cheerios and Fruit Loops are was one of the must-haves. They can sell you boxes and boxes of that sugary junk. Turn your life around, guys. Turn your life around. These people will kill you. So don't just listen to Steve-O, okay? Go out and do your own research, but follow those 4 doctors I'm talking about. Anthony Chaffee, Dr. Sarah Salvador, hottie too, by the way. You guys will like the looks of that. And then you got Shawn Baker and Anthony Chaffee. Chaffee is, this guy's got a freaking physique on him that's unbelievable. Yes, and so does, like I said, Shawn Baker. This is what the human body's supposed to be looking like, I'm telling you, in order to function correctly. So check these people out and you'll be amazed, and then go down their path, okay? And I started doing this, what I'm doing, before I ran into all 4 of these people, okay? I was doing it then because what I was doing wasn't working. And the more I went to doctors, the sicker I got. Yeah. It's unbelievable what's going on with our government now and this and that, how they're pissing away money. They're paying people now, drug addicts, to stay high. I don't know what the motive there is, maybe to keep them so high and screwed up that they're going to die and get off the payroll. I don't know for sure, but they're paying them to live in tents in these cities and stuff, and these corrupt mayors and stuff allowing this. I could clean that crap up, guys. Take me about a week, but I'd clean that crap up. All these people need to be put in rehab and most of them mental institutions and dried out. And then they need to be they actually need to be jailed. They cannot control their own life. So what do you do with them? Just leave them on the street and walk through needles and feces and whatnot while you're walking down the sidewalk? No. You put these people in an institution and see if you can straighten them out. Oh, we have to take away all the guns. Yeah, no, we need more guns. We have to stop all the cow farts too. We got all this gas in the air. No, we need more guns. Okay, whatever they tell you, guys, whatever they tell you, do the exact opposite. Okay. We need more cow farts, not less. All right, and we need more guns. So that's my deal on that. Now, what are we going to do? What other little cool things are we going to do this year? All right, I've been experimenting with and gathering up my goodies. We're going to do something cool this year, and it's called saddle hunting. This is a saddle, guys. This is a saddle. You put this thing on your butt, okay? I have a bridge here that comes across. This goes into a carabiner that's hooked to a tether line on my tree. Now, to get up the tree, you can go several ways. You can go tree spikes like a lineman. You can put on strap-on steps. You can put in screw-in steps. Where I'm at, I can put in screw-in steps. This is pretty cool here. They knurled this here. You got a grip on that thing. And this thing's like self-screws in. But what I'll do is go up with a cordless and I'll pilot like a 1/4-inch hole. Be hanging off my belt. I got a DeWalt drill. I will do a pilot hole and run these in to get up to my hunting height. But what you want to do with these when you're done using them, get yourself some 1/2-inch dowel and cut it about that long. run it on the sander and get a little bit of a point to the contours this thread, right? And you have a bunch of these in your pocket. So when you come down, you're not using that tree anymore. take out that plug and hammer it in. And I will beeswax coat those plugs too. I'll beeswax coat the plugs and I'll slam them into the tree. The beeswax will be an antiseptic basically on that hole, because if you just pull this out and leave a hole, guess who's coming next? Them wood borer beetles will fly in, lay eggs, and then they'll start boring through, and you could probably kill the tree. These are not legal in management areas, but where I'm at, what I'm going to do is plug the hole, because most guys these hunters, they just pull them out and leave the hole, and then, of course, trees are dying everywhere. And then here come the biologists. Well, dumbass, you let the hunters come in and bore holes in the trees. Now the beetles are here killing all the trees. So no, we have a little bit of common sense here. You plug the hole. You can just take my Leathermans, put this beeswax plug in the hole when you pull this up, and pound it in. Okay, that's how you handle that situation. Okay. Now here's something really cool. Now for years I've been hunting, with a climber stand. I still have it, and I'm not going to throw it away. I'll still use it in situations, maybe in management areas or whatever. But the issue there is your face usually facing the animal, okay? And he comes in and he picks you out. Even you're up 22 feet. If you're not nestled into, and you're usually sticking out like a sore thumb, because you need basically a straight tree. And you do basically need a straight tree for this. But the cool part about this saddle is you get on the back side of the tree. You can hunt, guys, 300, you can shoot a bow 360 degrees out of that tree stand, where you can't really do that with a climber. No, you can't really do it. So what you do, you put pegs in up there, and you can actually step over really easy. So you try to keep, you guys pretty much know where the animal's coming from. Say you're on a trail, and you get on the downwind side of that trail. All right, try to work the wind with this thing. So you get on the downwind side of that thing, and you work the wind, and you put that tree in you between. Now you want a tree that's probably basketball size or a little bigger. Don't get too crazy with the size, because you need to get an arm around that thing with your ropes and stuff. Yeah, so what's cool is, well, anyway, let me get back to it. I've been hunting for years, and I put on a safety harness, okay? It's a harness, and there's a loop that comes out the back, and you take that loop and you put it on your tether. Now, I use a 30-foot long tether, 30 foot. And I see a lot of guys doing this saddle hunting, and they don't use long tethers. Their tethers are only 6 foot or more. Well, if you lose your footing on any of that stuff, now you're stuck up in the tree on a 8 foot rope, and you're 20 feet off the friggin' ground, all right? So what do? You just sit there and hope somebody comes by and call 911 or to get you out of this tree, or what do you? No, or you just sit there and turn into a skeleton and let the crows pick your bones up there. Which may very well happen if you ain't got a hunting buddy. So I use a 30-foot long tether, so I have a safe pathway to the ground. What I purchased is pretty cool. This thing is called a Madrock Safeguard. All right. You can go, I think, 9 mil up to 11. Well, I use 11. It's a pretty fatty. It's quite a fatty sized rope. Here it is here. This is a 11 mil rope. Now what I did too, now it comes with these main lines come with a already tied in loop you throw around the tree. All right. But the trick with this is you've got to loosen that thing up if you want to get it back out of the tree, which I've been doing with the saddle thing. I mean the safety harness. You got to keep loosening this up as you come down. But what I've done here is put on about 40 feet of paracord. And that paracord is tied to this back end of this situation. Now what I do here is when I'm down, I drop this when I want to come down. I don't leave any of this stuff on the ground. Deer's coming by, they'll smell it. That rope, they can smell it. Well, it's up the tree. You can probably get away with it. But you use a carabiner that's made for climbing. It's got a closable gate on it. And this goes around the tree, and then it snaps back into your rope, like so. Like so. Now you've tethered it off. You've actually cinched it to the tree. But when you're coming down, what you want to do is have this back past the downside of your carabiner. Now you can grab this line and jerk on it. This will open up and slide down the tree. It'll come right down the tree. So you can retrieve that, right? So, and then I made this. The other issue here is when you go around the tree, here, they sell these, by the way. You don't need to make I made this one. It's basically like a clothespin. And you see what happens here, it snaps in. I had some 4-inch Schedule 40 pipe. You see the thickness of that material? That's the thickness of that pipe. And what I did is locked a chunk of it in the vise, and I laid out 2 straight edges, the width of this. If I make any more, I'll make them a little wider. And then I took a cutter wheel, and I just went down the line. Then I took a heat gun, and I heated it up. I put a drift punch in my vise to create that eyelet. And then I just marked it out. This is 10 inches long, was 10 inches long, this piece. So I measured 5 inches on the pipe, and I heated this plastic up, just in the center. I heated it, and I folded it right around that drift punch and created that eye. And then I had a bucket of water with a rag in it, terry towel, and I went like that. And that locked it up that quick into that eyelet. So then I needed another little deal here. I wanted this bottom fairly straight. So I just heated this top portion. Actually, I heated both. I went around the center. I left that drift punch in, and I came to where I liked the size of the eye. And I pushed this on. It was real flexible. This stuff gets like rubber, silly putty. It's really rubbery. But I concentrated more of the heat up on the top. So I slid this over the center, and I smashed it, and I grabbed it with 2 needle nose pliers and held it, and then I got a rag and squeezed water on it, and it set up. So now I have, and then I took bowstring material. It was a little bit too loose. So I just took bowstring material and did a wrap here on that to hold. That thing's going to work sweet. Now the reason for that is when you wrap around the tree, this is heavy. This carabiner is freaking heavy, and it's going to want to slide down the tree on you. So you wrap around the tree, you pull it up tight, and then you take this clip and you shove it in. Now it's up here like this, all right? So when you are ready to bonsai out of the tree, take this clip off of here. It'll still say cinched up because you're going to put body weight on it. It's going to be there. It's going to cinch up and be there. But when you get to the ground floor, then you take this line and you pull on it, and down she comes. So yeah, this would be cool. I've got a lineman belt here too. This goes on the front. You need one of these. And I just daisy chain it like this. And it stays clipped over here on a carabiner. And it's adjustable too, because I got a Persic knot here. There's a stop knot here. There's a stop knot here that won't slide off the end. And I can adjust this lineman belt. And all this is another haul line that I cut, like the brown one. This one here, I cut it. And it's still got the factory loop on one end. So I put it on one side. You got on these saddles, you've got, this is where your lineman belt goes, here. And then on this one is where your bridge goes. This is the bridge that goes from side to side, which has got my retrieval. This is the Repel device. These aren't cheap. These are $100. Okay, but what's cool about this, when you're ready to come down, when you're going up, you can just sit there and pull up the low side line. Just pull it up and you put your body weight on it, boom, it locks up. But when you're up top and you want to come down, you bring this lever up. You bring this lever up, which will be up a little bit anyway. You pull this lever up and you bring your rope around here and put it on your side. You take your other hand and just slowly pull this up, and you can go as fast or slow as you want coming down that tree. Very cool device. Yes, it is. Yeah, so that's some of the cool stuff we're going to be playing with. And I had to fire the truck up. It's getting hot in here. I got to go on my hike now. But the other cool thing, we're going to go on Tuesday. I'll bring you along Tuesday. Let's see how many hives we got that made it back. Our queens made it back. It's been a whole month since I reestablished those hives. I sold units, but they set them back up, 14 of them, to make another set of walkaway queens, walkaway splits. So we'll go in there. I made sure we had eggs in there and all the goodies they need. I had some of these boxes 2 and 3 and 4 stacked high. So I had pretty much enough stuff to make up another round. So hopefully we have a bunch of queens that made it back and are laying good. Well, I'm only gonna sell, you know, the good stuff. Anything that looks crappy, we're not gonna sell it. And we'll go like that. So hopefully we got enough. I want to try to buy an e-bike. And my son bought one. He found a super good deal on e-bikes. He said, "Dad, you got to have one of these things." And I said, "You know, I've thought about those things for years, but they've been so darn pricey. I was looking at some, they were like $3,000, and I thought, what the heck? I don't think so. I think I'll walk." But they got them down to below $1,000. So yeah, this is going to be pretty cool if we can get that done. So I'm trying to get some cash up. You guys can go fund Steve-O, you know. You can send me a couple, $3 grand. I'll get the really high-end bike, you know, one with a motor in the back and the front end. Okay, yeah. And so yeah, keep me on that wish list there. But I want to get an e-bike so I can start doing a lot of more scouting. I'll take you guys along. We'll scout out some of these wildlife management areas. I'll show you around the state some of these wildlife management areas, and so you guys can get an idea what's going on in Florida with the hunting situation. A lot of these management areas have been beat to death, but if you can get back in a ways, a lot of these places you got to park in a parking lot like I'm in here in this park, and then you got to hoof it. Well, how far are you going to hoof it with all this hunting gear? You got your bow, your backpack, your tree stand. I mean, it just, you know, you're a freaking pack mule. And oh, I saw some pig sign in this place here the other day, right here, not far from this parking spot here. And they only hold little special hunts in here and this and that. They ought to let us come in here, you know, and hunt these things. You know, pigs nowadays in Florida are invasive. I mean, they are, well, let's face it, they're an invasive species, and they're taking over the state. I mean, they're everywhere, and they do a lot of damage. The paper companies hate them because they're ripping out their little pine trees that they put in and killing those things before they even get established. So they've taken them off, and they just like have at it, but you can only have at it during the season. So I could do some good in this place if they'd let me hunt in here. I could clean these. I could put a serious dent in these hogs here if they let me come in and bait. You can get this time of year, guys, in Florida, March, perfect time to bait pigs. The acorns are pretty much toast. They're gone. All these pigs that got to eat now is rattlesnakes and roots. You know, I mean, they don't have a lot going on. A lot of what they eat is vegetation. So, yeah. This guy here with 2 friggin' Malamutes. Let's check it out, guys. I don't know what that is with a puppy tail. I've never seen one like that before. Anyway, that's kind of, I don't know. In this kind of heat, Florida, you got one of them dogs? I don't know. To each his own, I guess. Anyway, so that'll be cool. We can go out, we can go explore a lot of these management areas, find out where the game's at, get some GPS readings on some of these cool locations, trails and whatnot. Of course, you're going to have to recheck it prior to, a week or so prior to season. But with an e-bike, that'd be cool. That'd be swift. You can just fly down there in these spots that you've already pre-checked and see if the critters are still there. And if they are, select your tree and get in there. And what's kind of cool in Florida is, too, at my age, you don't buy a hunting license or fishing license. It's 65 and older. You can get a green card, and it's a card. It's green, like the Mexican green card, and you have free hunting and fishing. Now there is some limitations. Duck hunting is federal, that which I don't do anymore anyway. Used to love it, but you got to be so many people here that my duck situation is, I don't know what's going on with that. It ain't good. It's like the fishing here. The fishing's getting terrible. But I still love my hunting, and I'll probably do it up to the day they shove me in a pine box. But hopefully that pine box ain't coming for a long time. So God bless you guys for stopping by my base camp, my mobile base camp, and we will get with you Tuesday, and we'll break open them boxes and see our new 2023 new baby girl queens. See you then, guys. Bye-bye.